Alright guys, changing lanes a little bit here for a video, although I think most of you guys will understand why that is necessary, because we've had a pretty big bit of news dropping about Major League Baseball, and with it the future fate of the Seattle Mariners. So this broke yesterday. I think most of you guys probably already know about it, but I couldn't make a video about it at the time, and I wanted some time to think about it a little bit anyway. But the short version is we will not have a full Major League Baseball season in 2022. 162 games going to get shortened by, I think it's like 6, maybe more. It's all over the internet. Obviously, I pulled up a Yahoo Sports article. The lockout will delay the 2022 opening day, according to Rob Manfred, commissioner. So this has obviously been suspected for a while now. I think a lot of people assumed that this was the likely outcome of this ongoing lockout, but there was certainly some hope that something could get done. But as of right now, as far as I know, first week of baseball has been canceled. Ryan Devish on Twitter says that as of right now, the Mariners' season opener is April 7th in Minnesota, as long as the negotiations pan out in the upcoming handful of days. So I think that there's a pretty good chance that they come to an agreement in the next handful of days, because canceling games is something that's going to get people's attention and make them realize that, oh, well, we better do something now. But who knows? It wouldn't shock me if more games got canceled. It wouldn't shock me if a lot of games got canceled. At this point, I can't honestly say I totally know what to expect. I'm not really gonna, take a side here. I'm not really. I know that if you go around Twitter right now, obviously people are very unhappy with the owners, and that's certainly understandable. It does seem like it is coming from them. It does seem like this lockout is happening because of them. There are some concessions that the players want. I don't get the sense that those concessions are particularly unreasonable, and as much as baseball is not the most popular sport in America anymore, not by a long shot, it has been growing lately. So the players probably feel like, hey, we should be getting a piece of this. If we're doing better, then our deal needs to get a little sweeter, and it's not happening. Um, I'll say this, and this isn't me saying that, oh, the players should just roll over and give the owners whatever they want. When it comes to lockouts, players don't seem to win. I've seen a few sports lockouts in my day. Basketball a couple times. Football once, although they only lost, I think, one preseason game. And the players usually cave, it seems to me. There may have been a sports lockout in the past where things worked out for the players. Seems to me the players usually end up caving, and there's a pretty good reason why. The players need the money, and the owners don't. The owners are billionaires by and large. The owners have so much money, they can afford to lose a baseball season. They can afford to eat the losses of missing out on I guess it would be like 81 games of revenue and their TV contracts, because they have money saved up, and a lot of the players don't. Some of them do, obviously. You would hope that Mike Trout has money saved up, but a lot of these players, they don't. They don't save their money smartly, or some of them haven't made millions of dollars, although most of them have. And because of that, the players cave. They need the money, and the owners do not. So I will say that even though it seems like their intentions are good, and it seems like they genuinely tried to find some common ground here with the owners, and it just didn't happen, I don't know if there's very much winning here for the players. I don't know if there's any scenario where the players are able to win this. The only thing I can say for that is baseball is doing fairly well lately, but baseball is not like football. Football is crazy profitable. Football is every team is making money. Every owner is thrilled with the way things are going. It's not like that where the league is doing so good they would never risk losing actual games, right? The league is making so much money, it's unthinkable that the teams would ever actually put real games at risk. The one time we had a lockout in my memory, we lost one preseason game and then they got it resolved because they were like, we're not missing out on the real money here. We're making way too much. And at the end of the day, both sides are making money hand over fist. Baseball, not necessarily the case. And there are two different ways to look at that. Excuse me. On the one hand, you could say that because baseball isn't king of the world in American sports right now anyway, maybe that losing a season isn't the worst thing in the world for them because they're not all making a ton of money. Like, there are certainly franchises like the Miami Marlins who are doing much worse than a team like the Yankees. But the to me, the bigger side of it is baseball can't afford to miss games. Baseball can't afford to miss a large part of a season, and they certainly can't afford to miss a season because the fan base that they have will abandon them. So I have to believe that at some point in the minds of all people involved, they're going to go, wait a minute, if we don't get this season going relatively soon, we're going to lose all the momentum we've been picking up over the last, I think, decade. They've been growing consistently over the last decade plus. So I think that at the end of the day, you're going to see the owners and the players realize that, hey, we could lose this forever. If we don't get this resolved now, then it may never get back to where it is until we're, the players' case, until we're out of the league. This is the kind of thing that can really kill a sports league, I guess. So I hope that they will realize that baseball is already in a bit of a tenuous position. When you think about it, you see baseball, they're already trying to change rules to make the game faster and more entertaining. Like the three batters rule, which I can't stand. They were doing that ridiculous runner starts on second base in extra innings thing that I hated. Couldn't stand it. Felt weird. They were just trying to speed the games up a little bit, make things more exciting, more runs, etc., etc. So I think that I have to believe that they understand that a thing like a lockout that actually cost them a season, you're going to lose fans, and those fans may not come back. So hopefully something gets resolved soon, but the Mariners have been postponed by at least a week, and we'll see if it ends up being more. Sad news, but it could be a minor consideration if they get this resolved soon. So see you guys later. Go Mariners. Get this solved. I want to watch baseball this summer.